Very, very good.
And the guy in the purple cape is just smiling.
Ask him, who is he? What's his name? Who is that?
He said his name is Zachariah.
Ah, Zachariah. So Zachariah is one of my friends?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. And ask him, what is he doing there? Where's Isabel and Augustine?
He said one's occupied with someone else.
Oh, okay. And what about Isabel? I know she's there. Or is that Augustine that's occupied?
It's Isabel that's occupied.
And where's my guardian angel, Augustine?
He says give him a minute. He'll find out.
Oh, okay. Very good. So is your...
He said beside you.
Oh, he's beside me. Very good. I just wanted to introduce him to my nephew. I wanted you to meet him. Does he mind?
Yeah. Minds very much.
He don't want to meet you?
No.
You said...
And the other guy, Zachariah, said he didn't want to meet you, but he had to be there.
And why didn't he want to meet you?
He said because of who I was or who I am.
You said... And you said...
They said they don't trust me.
Who you used to be.
They said he said that he didn't trust me. He's got this weird feeling over me like he's been with me before, around me.
And ask him, what's his message for you? And what's his message of love for you?
He's told me to trust others. He said I have a problem with trust. And eat more. I don't get that.
Eat more what?
He said eat more food.
Does he mean eat more healthy food? Food that's alive?
No, he just said eat more food.
So this is what Zachariah is telling you?
Yeah.
So, and ask Zachariah, how often is he around me?
He said the funniest thing, twos and fews. He says I'm around everyone at all times.
Okay. And so that means you too?
He said no, it's his first time getting to know me.
And why would he possibly say that, well, he didn't say you were evil, but what does he mean by who you are? We don't know if we can trust that at all. Is he of pure love and light? Ask him point blank and look at him when he answers you.
Yes.
Very good. And what is his message besides eat more? And ask him, what does that mean, eat more?
He said I don't eat enough. He said I don't eat enough. He said it's not good for me.
Very good.
He says my grandmother was concerned about my health.
So he knows her as well? He knows
Yes.
her. He said he knows everyone.
Yeah.
And he says that Augustine is right beside me. Why wouldn't Augustine show himself to you?
He said because that's on Augustine's time.
He said it's on his time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's only on my time though?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So, ask Zachariah, can you please have one of your guardian angels? Because everyone is love and everyone is light, and you're not claiming that little demon or whatever that was that tried to show up to scare you or whatever. You let him burn to ash. You want your highest self, your loving part, the part that's connected with Source, to come forward. Can you bring that angel forward for you?
Yes.
Awesome. So you're going to have them, go ahead and let them go in and bring them out. Tell me when they get here.
It's there.
Ah, beautiful. And what does he look like?
It's my Uncle Troy.
Oh, very good. And ask him, what is his message to you?
He told me I don't have to be in church to feel better. Church is in my heart.
Very good. Why
He said, keep smoking your weed. That was funny.
Very good. What other advice does he have for you?
To love myself more.
And when does he consider you not loving yourself? What are you doing when you're not loving yourself?
He said I beat myself up too much. About the wrongs I did in my past.
So, by you relinquishing that devil and letting him burn like that, or that negative entity that was that big black blob that turned to that little creature or whatever, were you able to release that?
Yes.
And is he always going to be there with you to help you resist that ever again?
Yes.
And ask him, since he's he's your guardian or your guide. Which one is he?
Says he's a guide.
Very good. Is he physically manifest now, or has he passed?
He's passed.
Oh, very good. And he wanted to know, what was the ghost that was bothering you as a child, like bothering your children first? Who was that, or what was that? Was it a ghost, or who was it?
Some old man who he died there.
So basically, he probably would have messed with any children that were in the house, huh?
Yeah.
Do you still live there now?
Yeah.
So can you bring him forward so you guys can have him leave, or at least leave your children for it? Because he can come. Or can he get rid of them?
He said he doesn't bother my children anymore.
Okay.
He said he wasn't bothering to scare them. He just didn't want them to be scared of other things.
Oh, very good.
He said he had 4 grandchildren of his own. But he died by himself. Nobody to help him. So he said he's still looking for somebody to help him.
So maybe the next time you're at the house and you'll bless them and send them into the light then?
He says no, he's not finished.
Oh, very good. Is there any way that you could possibly help him?
He said no, his time's coming soon.
Okay.
He knows when he has to leave.
Does that make you feel better now that you know this?
Somewhat.
Has he promised not to manifest for your children anymore?
He says yes.
And do you trust him and believe him?
Yeah. I feel tingly all over.
Oh, very good. He's trying to show you he means it for real. Very, very good. And why was that ghost on Hart Street bothering you? What was that? What happened in that house? Your uncle knows.
I don't know, but I feel real tingly.
Did Troy say anything about the ghost, the one in the house on Hart Street? Does he know anything about that?
He says no.
Okay. Is there anyone there that does know about it? What about my guy with the purple cape? Is he still there?
No.
What about Augustine? Is he there?
No one's there.
Is Troy still there?
No.
Oh, very good. Everyone is left?
Yes.
Is that light still shining?
Yes.
Very good. I want you to take a long, slow, deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Bigger, 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 and hold. And slowly release. Now you also have a healing angel, and they're always there for you as well. Could you look into the light and just ask your healing angel to come forward, please? Who's come forward now?
Some weird elf-looking dude.
Oh, very good. How tall is he?
About 3.5 feet tall.
What does he look like? What is he wearing?
He got on some weird red shoes.
Oh, very good.
And a wife beater.
And a wife beater. Awesome. Ask him, is he extraterrestrial?
He said, nope, just an elf.
Ah, very good. And what's his name?
That's a weird name. Darwar.
Darwar?
Yeah.
And how is he connected to you? Is he one of your guardians?
No, he says, I'm just a friend of yours.
Ah, very good. Of yours as in who? Hank or you?
As in me.
Ah, one of your friends. And ask him, were you an elf as once? Elf as well? Are you part of the elfish family?
Yeah.
Ah, very good. And would he be, what, a brother or just a friend?
We Sharonians.
Ah, Sharonians. And where are Sharonians located? Inner Earth or?
No.
Where?
We're from that red dirt planet.
Ah, from the red dirt planet. So you were on another planet then?
Yeah.
Very good. And what brought you here to the Earth?
Our place got blew up.
And how long have you been on the planet?
141 years.
And how old is Warwick? Or say his name again?
Darwar.
Darwar. How old is he?
He says you never ask an elf his age.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. Tell him you forgot. Well, I didn't know. Hank didn't know.
He says it's okay.
Ah, very
He
good.
said tall people never understand.
I know. I'm from the Giant Clan. I already know that. What made you decide to manifest as a human in this life?
He said in order for our people to survive, we had to grow in height and to multiply.
Ah, very good. And
He says it's only 300 of my people left.
They're here on the Earth then?
He says about 20 of them are. They're spread out through places.
Throughout the solar system?
Yeah.
Very good. And where are majority, not like where, like particular where you are, but where on the Earth are you? Which continent?
We're in Africa.
Very good. And are you physically manifest or are you in a higher vibrational body?
Oh, we're people.
Very good. And do you have flight ships?
No.
How do you get? Are elves magical?
Very. And very powerful.
Beautiful.
We're stronger than witches.
Beautiful.
And he says witches do exist before you ask.
Beautiful. Absolutely. And ask him, is he familiar with your uncle?
He says, yeah, you practicing magic too much.
And why, you say, why too much?
He said, because you're tall and you don't deserve it.
Tell him don't be bigot, don't be racist or speciesist.
He said he's not. He said it's just a known fact that shorter people and the magic is stronger.
Well, ask him, did he know that I helped create this planet and the topography of this planet?
He says, yeah, but you can't compare it to what we've done as a people.
Well,
he said the Sharonians are powerful, but we lack size.
Well, I have total respect for Sharonians, of course. And you can tell I'm not a warring or an evil or negative entity. Does he feel that way?
Yeah, he said he said, oh, that's funny. You're a Yugen. He said you're a Yugen. And that means a happy person.
Okay. I am very happy.
He says happy tall people.
Okay. And what else does he know about the Yugens?
He said he doesn't understand why you'd ever wear shoes.
That's when we don't wear shoes when we're Yugen, but as earthlings, you see, we wear shoes because our feet get crashed all the time.
No, he says you. Not as the way you are, but the way you are. He says, why don't you like to wear shoes?
But then you notice I wear shoes all the time.
He said cloth cuts don't count.
Ask him, do you have interaction with him in your dream state?
He says, yeah. He says all the time. He says, that's funny. He says, we hang out like brothers, but we both have the same mother. Whatever that means.
He says, you hang out like brothers, but we both have the same mothers.
Yeah. I don't get that.
And is he talking about you and him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because ask him, is he a higher part of you? Is he a higher aspect of you?
He says, no, we're people. He said, we're just people.
And so, Eric, my nephew, is a Sharonian, and he's physically manifest, but in a dream state, when he's sleeping, he has interactions with you then?
Yes.
And in that aspect, do you have, say, when you say the same mother, do you mean the same planet?
He says, no, we were all born from one mother.
And how did you end up here on the Earth? You said your planet blew up, but then how did you transfer? Did you transfer in a ship, or were you just physically...
He says we have the ability to look at a place and be there.
Oh, very good. And what drew them to the Earth?
Water. He said we're water people.
Oh, very good. And does he know what's happening with the planet right now? Does his people know what the planet Earth is going through?
He says yes, but it's not their concern. We're leaving.
And when are you leaving because of your vibration isn't high enough, or why are you leaving?
He says the water won't last long.
But that's in the timeline that he foresees. He says the happy tall people don't see it that way. What did he call us?
Ook and Yukons. Ookies. He said, oh yikes now. He says happy tall people.
He says that's not the timeline we foresee on this planet.
He says you'll never agree to disagree.
Okay, and so when you leave, is Eric gonna go with you?
No, he says I gotta stay.
So okay. But he may still always visit you in spirit then, yes?
He said, yeah, but it's one day he's coming back.
Understood. And is he familiar with the AVN?
He says no. He says he's not familiar with a lot of things.
Oh, very good.
He said we haven't been around long enough.
Only the past 140 something years that they've been...
No, he says we've been around for 1,000, but it's not long enough. He said there's been more around longer.
And what?
We're the third generation of our people.
That's here on the planet Earth then.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And how many times has Eric been to the planet Earth?
7 times.
And this is his 7th time?
This is his 8th.
And will he ascend with the planet into the higher dimensions?
No.
What is he going to do?
Work his magic.
And what? Join the rest of you?
Yes.
Very good. Very, very good. Can he foresee what's going on in this particular time in your life? Because you're interested in knowing about your skills as a barber. Will you complete that schooling and get your license?
I said no.
What does he see you doing futuristically then?
helping people.
Ah, very good. Is he going to help with it in the ascension process?
He says, no, that magic's all for me to work on.
That magic is what for you to work on?
It's all for me to work on.
And what type of magic will he be working on to help people then?
He says it's called Four Finger.
Four-finger magic, and he has this a gift?
Yeah.
And how is he going to wake up to it and to that gift?
He said with Confident Builder.
And what direction would he point you in to help facilitate that?
He says just go out and just, I don't understand what he's trying to say.
Is he showing you, or is he speaking to you verbally?
He's trying to show me. He's showing me parks and painting and things of that nature.
Are you an artist?
Yes.
And is your artwork something that you should start cultivating?
Yes.
Is this your magic?
He says no. He said my magic is in the words I draw.
The words that he draws on a piece of paper, or the words that he draws from thin air?
He says the ones that I draw on the paper at home every day.
And how should you use that in order to facilitate supporting your family and having a successful...
He said I won't be successful until I unlock what they mean.
And is he helping you to do that?
He says slowly, but I'm supposed to have been figured it out.
So this meeting that we're having here and now, has this been a part of your awakening?
He says partial.
Was it meant for this to happen? Well, obviously it's happened, so it is, and it did. So ask him whatever you could possibly relay or relinquish without messing up your contract on this planet. Tell him give you as much information as you possibly can, and in a way that you can understand it, please. Show me what he's showing you. Tell me.
He says I'm the third son. Wow. Of 19 of the originals.
Of the originals.
He says I'm the third son of the 19 original creators of us.
Us as in the Sharonian.
He says I'm a prince.
Very good.
He said I'm supposed to be king, but I refuse to take my throne.
And why is that?
He said because selfishly I don't want to be short anymore.
So since he's got come in the human form, he likes being tall, huh?
Very much indeed.
And do you hold that against him?
No, good friends.
Awesome. So while he's almost abdicating, who's taking his place then?
So there's no one.
They will wait till he's finished with his folly then?
Yes.
Very good. Very, very good. So this untapped magic, you said he should have already figured it out, and obviously he hasn't. What can you tell him right now that will help him share as much as possible? What's he showing you?
A blank piece of paper.
Ah, very good. He wants you to draw or write on that.
He wants me to work my finger.
What is the magic in your fingers? They can't outright tell you, just show you.
It's a symbol.
And I want you to look at that symbol and memorize that symbol. And when you come out of this, you're going to be able to draw that symbol perfectly. And what does the symbol represent? Ask him.
He said the symbol is a recognition of my true personality. He says it also represents my people and a path.
And where is that path going to lead you?
To the beginning of my future.
Very good. And how long does he foresee this marriage that you're in now last?
4 years.
For 4 years?
He says 4 in a few months.
And it will end amicable?
As friends mutual.
As friends and mutual?
Mm-hmm.
And who does he foresee? Do they foresee anyone in your future?
2 ladies.
And does that depend on whichever path you choose or which one you choose?
No. Date one and then marry the other.
Ah, very good. And these are no one from your past, correct?
Not the first one.
What about the one you married?
Yes.
Is that a remarry?
Yes.
So your question is answered then, is it not?
Yes.
Have you and your wife now had former lives together before?
Once.
And was that here on the planet Earth?
Yes.
And what time frame would that have been in?
1803.
In 1803. And in 1803, were you a slave?
No.
What life was that? What any details about that life?
We were rich. Nice home. Countryside. Nice hill.
A nice hill, you say?
Yes.
And are you black or are you white?
I'm really, really black.
And what country are you in?
Feels like United States of some sort, in a city somewhere.
Oh, very good. And so you were married in that life with her then?
No. I was married to someone else.
And what was your relationship with her in this past life in the 1800s?
We were together. I left my wife for her.
How long did that last?
10 months.
Oh, very good. And is the wife, your ex-wife, is she part of the Sharonas?
Yes.
Is she a Sharonian princess?
No.
And who is she in the clan?
She's just another one of us. She has no position.
Is that where the connection comes from then?
Yes.
Very good. And how long have you two have had interactions?
Eons.
Very good. And before you were a Sharonian, what life form did you take before then?
I was always one.
You're always the one.
Yeah.
Very, very good.